All right, so let's go into intros. So probably most of you guys know me. My name is Marek. I'm interim CEO of Change. My past with Change will extend to 7 years in the beginning of February. So yeah, quite interesting journey it has been for me personally. So I've experienced all the ups and downs, and yeah, personally learned a lot from this journey. And still happy to be here and also to have the trust and belief from the community with the new investor, as well. So yeah, great to be here.
Hello all, my name is Carl. I'm head of product here at Change. And yeah, been currently in the past, I think 3 years. So the 4th year currently ongoing. And yeah, happy to be here. Thank you for everybody for joining, and looking forward to giving you the updates on our end.
Hello all, my name is Paavo, and I'm leading the technical team. And this Change almost 4 years, so not the new one, but happy to be here as well and answer any questions related to the tech as well.
Hey, I'm a new blood in Change. I joined only last July, and I'm currently leading the product marketing team. So in very close collaboration with Carl and some fresh ideas to the team.
Yeah, we're really happy to have Linda on board, because as probably at least the ones that have been with us for longer than a couple of years know that the marketing domain has been, let's say, very challenging. So I'm really happy to have Linda with us and up for the challenge. Let's say it like this. Let's say slightly struggled with under which section to add the next introduction, because it's an introduction, but it's also an update. So I'm really happy to also introduce to you guys Antonis. Antonis is, let's say, involved with Change now from many different regards. So Antonis is also one of the partners of Andromeda, our new majority shareholder, but more and more getting involved. So Antonis, please introduce yourself to community.
Hello everyone. So my name is Antonis Desipris, as Marek said. I joined Change Securities in November, and I'm the director of technology, and I'm here to help drive growth and innovation across the board. So I have been working in the intersection of technology and financial markets since 2001, either as an engineer or as a technology director or at a higher level as a chief information officer, mainly either in software houses or from working on the buy side for hedge funds or on the sell side. So I have a well-rounded understanding of the industry and the ways that technology can create real value. So as Marek said, I'm also a partner at Andromeda, the majority shareholder at Change, and based on given the investments that we have made to Change, as you can imagine, we recognize Change's immense potential, but not just in crypto, but also in traditional markets. So together with the guys that introduced themselves just a while ago, and the rest of the change team, we are committed into unlocking that potential and but also driving the business forward. So thank you, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you.
Yeah, and once again, really great to have you, Antonis, hands-on involved in the operations of Change Securities. So to remind you guys, Change Securities is the investment firm that is 100% owned by Change Group. It is domiciled in the Netherlands and licensed also under the Dutch regulators. This investment firm has passported its license throughout the European Economic Area, meaning that we are allowed and able to provide investment services under this license to everyone in Europe and yeah. So what is now also on the horizon is that this kind of passporting regime will become available for crypto firms as well, as long as they are licensed under the new MiCA regulation. But I will touch upon this later as well, because it's an important update and overarching project to tell about to you guys as well. But as I mentioned in the beginning, please slide here. We just a couple of hours ago released our Q4 results. So really happy to report the company's lifetime record quarterly combined trading volume. So never ever has this trading volume been on the level that we achieved in Q4. Also, we have successfully concluded the funding round of slightly above 1 million euros, and we did it in the midst of challenging funding environment, mainly for startups and more early stage ventures. The offering of own shares were oversubscribed in the amount of 13,000 shares. And as a result, by now, slightly above 800,000 treasury shares are now transferred to the 5 existing shareholders, amongst them Andromeda as well, who participated in the round. And this has now taken the funding remaining by the end of the year to the level of 2.3 million euros. And then this let's say translates into a runway equal to 17 months. What we need to bear in mind here is that currently under Change Group we have 2 licensed entities. One I mentioned earlier. This is the Dutch investment firm, very strictly regulated, and this means that we need to maintain strong capital position because of this license, and also there are these slightly more flexible and less strict capital requirements for the Estonian crypto entity as well. So therefore, it might raise some questions, and some of the questions were already asked personally from me as well by some of the community members. So what was the let's say the need and necessity for carrying out this latest fundraising round? And this is exactly because we need to maintain strong capital structure. Also, when we are now looking into the, let's say, months ahead, and then we need to be well positioned to go and obtain the new crypto asset service provider license under the MiCA regulation as well. So this is all why it is necessary to maybe have a longer runway and maybe bigger buffer, funding buffer compared to maybe some other less regulated startups. Revenue as well saw a decent increase as we see more interest from our customer base towards trading with derivatives. Then this let's say equation between trading volume and revenue generated is not that straightforward. And this is also where let's say Antonis and Andromeda's experience comes into play, how to make sure that we can get as much financial benefit out of the increased trading with derivative instruments as well in the future. We also hired one additional employee. We are very cautious with what comes to increasing our operational expenses. Every additional expense, including every hiring, needs to be vetted very carefully. So yeah, that's why maybe there has not been, let's say, a bigger increase in the number of employees during the last quarter. But as maybe some of you have noticed, we have, I think at the moment, 3 open positions that we are actively hiring. So hopefully these will be closed in Q1. Yep, I think now is the right moment to switch to the questions that we received from community and go one by one. How did the latest funding round go? Is it now closed? Yeah, we already touched upon it. In my eyes and from the team's perspective, and hopefully also from the investors' perspective, it was a great success. And I just can't stop repeating how happy we are that we managed to get the round fully subscribed. And as I said, it was even oversubscribed a little bit. And to have this belief from investors, this is something to be really proud of. Once again, these are not like easy times to fundraise, and even more so if you are doing the fundraising with very experienced and knowledgeable investors who know where to look, what to ask, and scrutinize. Maybe on a much more like deeper level compared to maybe when fundraising from let's say retail community or from using the crowdfunding platforms. So yeah, once again, the round is closed. All the shares have now been transferred to the respective shareholders. All the shareholders who participated, or let's say who qualified to participate, were the existing shareholders. So no additional new shareholders came with the round. And also, nobody got diluted. So the percentage of shares, for example, that is held by the Funderbeam nominee structure remained exactly the same. So, so this is also something that I think it is really, really important that when we look at the recent events and recent, let's say, developments regarding the companies on Funderbeam platform, then I can say that we have been very sort of, let's say, careful and considerate what comes to minority shareholder interest. So this is something to be really proud of.
Mhm.
What is the planned strategy for the company? So our biggest overarching project obviously is obtaining the passportable crypto asset service provider license under the MiCA regulation. So this enables us to compliantly, let's say it like this, serve the whole E region without such limitations on marketing as we are maybe experiencing now. On the other hand, it is clear to us that what comes to, let's say, marketing specifically, we can't afford to go head to head with global players such as like Binance, Revolut, Kraken, or Robinhood. So we need to be smart and cater for maybe a bit more unique pockets of the market. But we feel strong about our value offering that combines crypto assets and derivatives on various categories of underlying. And so this is a very, let's say, unique value offering. We have many ideas how to sort of even further unlock this potential. But yeah, we need to be careful here once again, not to maybe let's say get over invested into one perspective, but rather do small experiments to make sure that the potential strategy is validated on a significant degree. What we have also seen is that our key advantage is quick deposits and withdrawals of funds, fiat I mean here. And this is also unique because this is running on proper banking rails and set up in close partnership with LHV Bank. We have witnessed increased interest towards the service of so-called off and on ramping. This is from both retail and corporate customers alike. And this trend is considered in the pricing review that we have now kicked off as well. And besides the off and on ramping, we are also close talks with potential B2B and B2B2C partners regarding some other services as well. So there is plenty of opportunity, but what is clear is that all the potential partners are very knowledgeable about the upcoming let's say licensing requirements. So getting the MiCA licenses is crucial here as well, because no partner wants to establish a partnership knowing that in a few months' time the partner maybe becomes like unavailable because of not having the necessary license. So for us, getting the MiCA license is the highest priority that unlocks this potential.
Mhm.
what level of detail regarding changes plan can public investors expect? This is an interesting question. I hope that I get let's say the underlying or the root of the question. We need to strike a balance here, obviously, and very rarely this could be done in a perfect way, although we will do our best here. On one hand, we don't want to put the team to the position where we need to admit that we overpromised something, or disclose maybe some of our plans and ideas that were maybe too raw and for various reasons don't materialize. On the other hand, we want the community to feel the excitement and be aware that there are good ideas and we have plans how to grow. So yeah, it would be like a constant challenge, but hopefully we can do it in a satisfactory manner, both from team's perspective and from the community's perspective as well. And of course, we can't ignore the fact that the company now has a new majority shareholder who keeps the management duly accountable. Like I personally feel this pressure. I think everyone around the table also feels the same way. And I think that it also indirectly and directly serves the wider investor community as well. If you have this knowledgeable investor who has, let's say, significant skin in the game, then I think that if I put myself in the position of a minority shareholder, then definitely it helps me to maybe not lose sleep, let's say it like this. Yeah.
All right, that's for me. Right, so we are in an industry that keeps on changing. So to answer this question, I also have to start with, let's say, a bit of a disclaimer, right? That the marketing plans keep on changing as well, because we are in business in an industry that requires constant change. We saw what happened in November and December, and what keeps on happening, right? Just a couple of days ago. So, but what is certain and what won't change is the fact that we move our marketing more to, let's say, product marketing. So more in a closer collaboration with product, focusing on features that our app provides, and yeah, just when introducing it to new users, showing the solutions rather than maybe a bit less focusing on brand perspective. And yeah, some things that currently are working more on in-app marketing, and also with product working on features that will allow us to use marketing in the best possible way and leverage the features of the product the best. So I hope I captured the essence of this question at least.
I think I can take this one. Are there plans to lower the inactivity fee? So inactivity fee goes into our pricing topic, which Marek very briefly touched upon as well, is that in 2025, we are doing a bigger review on our pricing, not only the inactivity fee, but actually other the pricing in other parts of the business as well, the trading part, withdrawal fees, like the whole thing, looking at it holistically. So But inactivity fee is definitely something that will be a part of it, and we cannot look at it as an individual item. So whether we do something with it or not, but we rather need to look at the whole thing as a one big kind of like a task where we need to understand and strike the balance between the value we bring and what we get from our customers who are willing to pay for the value that we are providing, right? So this is as much as I can say about this. So the pricing review actually is already ongoing. It will take some time for us to understand, discuss, and find where we feel that the good balance is. And we will definitely keep you guys up to date as well when actually these changes in pricing will take an effect. This will be communicated definitely via email as well. So just make sure that your emails are nicely up to date, and once the terms are being changed, then you can actually get this information firsthand.
Mhm. And I would say that let's say avoiding the inactivity fee is quite simple and straightforward. So it should not be too big of an issue for active customer. So enable the staking, and this is the easiest way to avoid being charged. And also we have set up very secure and very complex way how we store the assets that belong to our customers, and it is definitely not coming cheap. So I think this is also let's say something worth paying for. Let's say it like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think Karl, you can take this one as well.
Okay, so can change accounts be considered as an investment accounts according to Estonian law changes for 2025 year? In case not yet, when it can be expected? So this, the short answer here is yes. However, in order for us to be able to provide this to you is that we need to get MiCA license. So what Marek already mentioned in the plans and strategy. So this is the one of the most kind of like important goal for change in 2025 to get the MiCA license. And once we have this, then we can actually provide this benefit to you guys as well to use investment accounts and use these in order to trade a change. So yeah, the short answer is yes, and so keep your ears and eyes open. So once we get the MiCA license, we will let you know, and we are already planning these benefits. We will adding these benefits to our product and considering these already in while we are actually in the process of getting the license.
Yeah, although I can tell that from our side, we tried to lobby the Ministry of Finance so that the crypto service providers who are currently regulated under the, let's say, the Estonian regime, who have obtained their license from Estonian FIU, would also be eligible. Then unfortunately, we were not successful, meaning that indeed the way that the law was adopted clearly states that you need to be regulated under effectively under the MiCA. So it is what it is for us then, but hopefully already for the year, fiscal year 2025, you are able to use this investment account regime retrospectively.
Mhm. Mhm. From the 2024, yes, it was very, in that sense, a hectic year because we came from 23, which was like a bear market in crypto, right? And then in 24, in spring and end of the year as well, we saw Bitcoin doing multiple all-time highs. Volatility came back to the market while the summer was quite calm. With all this, the change in the market and the kind of like the hectic year that we had, we did a lot to be fair. When like a change, when you're doing things on a daily basis, maybe you don't see it, but sometimes when you zoom out, we are actually doing quite a bit. And given that we're also in the investment space, I mean, we are regulated and we need to take care of our licenses and these kind of like operational compliance, etc. matters as well, which also require our help from our developers as well to make sure that everything is done in a proper and nice way. We were still actually, we were able to make some good developments on the customer front as well. We added, I think, 40 plus crypto assets, 7 new crypto wallets for payments, so for depositing and withdrawing. We opened up crypto payments for business accounts. We made for the new users who are joining Change card and Apple Pay deposit as a first deposit, which, by the way, has seen a very nice adoption next to the fiat or the bank transfer that the customers used to do. So they are actually neck to neck even, so which is great to see. One of the things which is already one step towards the MiCA licenses that we also have implemented a partner which helps us with the travel rule, which is also one of the requirements for getting the MiCA license. So quite many things actually that we were, but this is just like on top what I was checking that, okay, worth bringing out. There are actually more items as well, but these are the most notable ones. So still very happy to see customers coming back to the app, Bitcoin doing its all-time highs and more activity in the app. So so this is it. But now I think this question is a good question that can take us to the next one, which is from Margot. Who is asking, are there any plans to deal with app crashing whenever there is even slightly more movement on the market?
I think I can take it. So basically this been for the tech table in the last 3 months to say, and we starting this year gradually, incrementally improving our infrastructure, our backend system and services. So we really focus on this at the moment. No, at the same time, helping our product to make the good features. So this is on our board, and during this year we plan to significantly increase our performance and offerings and for the tech side.
Thanks, Slava. Another question now from Andero. How many users have left? How many users are there in total? So I will try to answer these 2 questions with one answer. So on a net basis, at the end of Q3, we had 133 thousand verified customers. And by the end of Q4, and then here, kudos goes to Glinta and obviously the whole team as well, who were really pushing hard to activate customers and bring in the new ones. We ended up having 135,000 verified customers. So effectively the net is 2,000 more. So great to have this strong market sentiment from crypto markets. For more traditional instruments as well, we saw a strong positive sentiment as well. All the blue chips, SP 500, Nasdaq, everything was trending upwards. So great to see such an end for the very busy year 2024. So fingers crossed that the 2025 will be even more successful, even more interesting, and full of accomplishments and success. Yeah. But as we have now exhausted all the questions that have been asked, and both using the Google form and here in the call as well, then I think it's great to conclude here, and once again, successful year ahead.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.